Hello. What's good, Gemini? I'm just going to jump right into the intro because y'all know I hate doing that. I feel like super cheesy, and I'm really psyched to get into your reading because there's a lot of common themes. I actually made notes for you guys' meditative session. So this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And any cross watchers who would like to try to understand their Gemini a little better. As always, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You'll know if I'm talking to you. And if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it. That being said, yeah, if it doesn't resonate, you guys can always, check out your moon and ascendant signs and your Venus sign. I also recommend. You can do that on cafeastrology.com, astro.com, all those good sites. Or you can check out any other amazing reader here on YouTube. If it does resonate with me, with you, connect with me. That's my favorite part of the gig. I love it. And that's about that. So let's jump in. Gemini. Something very strange happened when I was doing... Eight of Wands. Something very strange happened when I was doing your meditative session. I, cleared the deck. And Megan, look who's first out. The moon. Sorry, that's to one of my friends, but anyway, she did not come out in the first reading, by the way, in the meditative session. I thought it was funny that she just did down. Anyway, something very strange happened. I was shuffling, and then I did a three-way cut of the deck, as you see some readers do. And I pulled up the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Strength card. So I'm like, okay. Shuffle, 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 probably about a minute. And I do a three-way cut again. Same exact fucking cards. Strength card in the middle, 10 of Wands on the left, 8 of Wands on the right side. I've never done anything like that thus far. That's another one. So... what I'm feeling for you guys, in retrospect, in aspect to that message specifically, is a couple things. One, 10 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. You don't have to say yes to everything, okay? Gemini, it's good to be helpful. You're being patient in a lot of situations with the Strength card there. You are, being compassionate. But with the 8 of Wands to the 10 of Wands, that means a lot of news coming in, a lot of activity coming in, in droves. And you literally don't have to say yes to everything that everyone asks of you all the time. Another way I was hearing it was that some of you guys are waiting on news so you can release some burdens that you may have with a Leo specifically. Dang. Okay, there was also the Knight of Swords in reverse. That is your card. The Knight of Swords in reverse is basically the same meaning of the upright card, but a little more tumultuous. Because the Knight of Swords, right, he rides in fast, like the Knight of Wands, and he brings in a lot of tumultuous, stressful energy. Now, there's the Strength card again. Gemini, I just heard take care of yourself, okay? You could be dealing with someone that is potentially volatile. That's you. You could be dealing with someone that is potentially volatile, and you will need to handle this situation with grace and caution, okay? But take care of yourself as well as you're taking care of these other people, okay? Anywho, the Knight of Swords came out a few times, and in the reverse, it was like staring me right in the face. This is disruptions at work, within your family life. This is being drawn into petty arguments that you don't want to be a part of. This is someone that will blow shit out of proportion because they like the simple fact of the dramatic aspect of it. So watch out for that on your horizon, I feel like. At work, probably, specifically. These are some different cards that are coming out now. And maybe it's because I'm already delivering the messages that have come out before. What else was there? I wrote notes. The Hermit was a frequent flyer in your message. Fives, like the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Now, and the sevens were another, and we have the Seven of Cups here again. The fives in the tarot are about sudden change, about disruption. Oh, and the Magician. Sorry. I'm trying to slow down with the channeling. Let's start where I said I was going to start. The fives are all about disruptive energy, but it's kind of necessary for a shift. It could be about, geez Louise, that was way too many, sorry. Thought I was just going to drop one. Yeah, what the fuck, I can't make this shit up. Fives and sevens. You know what, I don't do this. This, I'm putting aside. That's a separate message I just heard, so. But fives are disruptive energy. I'll weave it into the reading. It's about imbalance, but it's necessary for a shift to occur for you, Gemini. And sevens are all about introspection, as well as the Hermit, who is another frequent flyer in your premeditative session. You may need to take some time out, take some time alone to look at a situation from a different perspective. I'm feeling work for you guys heavily for the first time in a while. Maybe you have a job offer, just make sure you cross the T's and dot the I's, okay? 2 more cards, please, for my Geminis. And I think that was, so yeah, the Hermit, just going within, really looking at a situation, and the Magician. You guys, that's you, and Virgo. So you could be connecting with Virgo, Gemini, Leo, and who else did I feel that, fire, Sagittarius, yes. Here, there's a lot of almost all minor arcana. We have the Moon card, which is Piscean energy, sometimes Cancerian energy. And we have a lot of pentacles on the table, guys. Pentacles, some cups, you know. This is definitely different than the meditative session that I was getting, but I felt the need still to deliver those messages because they were coming through so fucking strongly. And the Wheel of Fortune kept showing its face too. And I feel that some of you guys might be, yes, it is about cycles coming to a close in good karmic favor, but it's also about sometimes your intuition being heightened at this time, and maybe you're realizing, you know, that you even have, you know, this intuition that you've never really used before. Piscean energy again. I gotta send this reading to my friend. The Hangman. The only 2 major arcanas that you have here are Pisces. Okay. But the Wheel of Fortune speaks to, you know, lots of things. The universe recognizing that you're doing the work and it kind of giving you a kudos, which is funny because this message that just came out is you guys really stressing about money right now. This one that fell out in, here, check it out. Okay, see all the pentacles on the board there? The waiting, you know, the unknown. Okay, I'm already hearing it all. Now, like, let's address this first. I'm sorry, I'm like super jazzed because I have a new job tomorrow and I haven't had like a full-time gig for a while, so I'm like super excited, and it's 3rd shift. I'm a night owl, so I'm very excited. So, that being said, now the 5s and the 7s thing, there's 2 5s and 2 7s again in your reading, and this directly is saying to me a worry about resources. You feel like you've been putting in the work, Gemini, and you feel like you've been kind of left out in the cold in a situation, maybe by some coworkers, and you're kind of wondering like, alright, well, I've been putting in the work too. When am I going to get a raise? When am I going to get credit for what I've been doing? And this is like mentally kind of mind-fucking you. You're feeling stuck. This may be just for one Gemini. You're feeling stuck because you're feeling stunted. And you need to know, Gemini, that the universe will reward you. But like crops in a garden, you know, good things take time to harvest, you know what I mean? We're going to check out the bottom of the deck, and give me 1 second after that, and then I will get right into this. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. This directly could be you guys choosing between two different jobs, okay? This is negotiation. Maybe it's you guys speaking up and negotiating, you know, the details of a contract or the details of a position that you're going to have, because you want to know that it's not, you know, fucking smoke getting blown up your ass, Gemini, okay? Basically. But the Two of Pentacles is about, you know, the fine balance, like creating like an even flow, I want to say to you guys, of, this is weird, of work and play. Like, you guys don't want to be all about work, you know, you're not Capricorn. I'm not throwing shade on Capricorns, my daughter's happy. But you guys want the equal amount of play, you know, too. But this is you guys deciding on either two places to live, two places to work. You know, it could be about between two people for some of you. But for once, I'm really not feeling a lot of heavy love energy here for you guys, which is odd because my gems always have love. Just give me 1 second, please. See which direction this is going in. There's just one wrench in it that's like throwing me off a little bit. Six of Cups. Alright, so you're kind of putting in the work. Some of you Geminis are really like working hard to master your craft, to make the coin specifically. Some of you guys have gotten bored of doing that, and you're looking to expand your horizons, okay? But whether you realize it or not, this is being recognized, okay? Your collaborative efforts are being recognized, Gemini, okay? Whatever it is, and this could even be collaboration at home. Your spouse could really be recognizing what you're doing what you're bringing to the table, even though you don't really feel like it. But predominantly for work for you guys, I'm feeling this message of this angst around coworkers, and an unfairness to you, Gemini. Now, this is, you know, Piscean energy. I feel like you guys have really felt like you've put your all into something. Again, it could be work, but you need to just look at your situation from a different perspective. You know, this partnership or this business endeavor, this creative endeavor, didn't start because you suck at what you do, or because, you know, your boss is, you know, unimpressed with your work ethic. How do I say this? You marketed yourself perfectly. This is about direction. This is about focus. This is about, you know, motivation. Okay? So if you're feeling a little stuck lately, if you're feeling like that, and I believe it's directly related to past energy, just know that you can give yourself a new beginning at any time. And that I believe that, you know, a new opportunity is coming for you, Gemini. Because it is being recognized that you've worked so hard. Public recognition, success. Now, this is where it gets a little, because you are being recognized for success in your love life, in your work life, you know, you're feeling like, woo, yeah, let's celebrate, let's do this, bitches. But this card for me is always kind of like the cackling hens, okay? It's not about third-party situations for me as a reader, okay? But it is about not indulging, not overindulging, and I just heard don't mix business and pleasure for some reason, but there is very strong competition here. The Five of Wands is about competition. It's about being drawn into petty arguments that you don't want to be a part of, Gemini. Someone is jealous of you and your work ethic. So they're trying to throw shade. They're trying to throw shade on you. They're trying to make you feel like, you know, you are putting in all this work and you're not getting your reward. They might even be feeding you false information. I just heard to try to deter you from doing what you're doing right now, which would be making the coin. Now, I say that because we have here the Seven of Cups with the Moon card. This is about choices, as Ari told me earlier. She's so smart. Yes, it is about choices, but it is about discernment. It is about making sure that you are realizing that the choices on the table, the options on the table, are realistic and are not an illusion. You're not being self-deceptive, and you need to be straight up with whatever is going to be coming at you in the near future for work. And you know what? You're a little nervous about it, especially going back to the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. You don't know what could happen in the future, Gemini, but none of us do, okay? You need to use the light of the moon to illuminate your path, not to let people throw shade on shit you don't want to see, okay? The moon will get you home if you follow the path. And also, if you feel like people are, you know, kind of backstabbing you in the workplace, if you're getting those intuitive pangs, listen to them. If you're having dreams lately of a new job, a new life situation, a new living situation, a new romantic situation, you know, that you've been toying with in your waking life, fucking listen to that dream. Journal it. Write down a sentence that you can remember from it. So when, you know, things happen, you're kind of like, huh, that's what that could have been all about. Now, the oddball out here is, whoa, hold on. Okay, the oddball out here is the Six of Cups. Now, this could be just, you know, friends being around you right now. This could be friends from, you know, your child life. Sorry, that's what Ari says. Childhood or your young teenage years coming back around, you know. But this could be them standing with you. This could be them coming to work with you. If this is a love situation for a couple people, I feel like someone from your past may come back, but they're very wishy-washy. They're dramatic. It could be that Leo. No offense, no shade, Leos, no shade. I'm just thinking, it could be a Piscean also. But they were very dramatic. They're very wishy-washy. They don't know what the fuck they want, and they still don't. Okay? Keep working towards what you know you can attain, Gemini. Keep working towards your goals, okay? Keep that focus. The world is your oyster, man. Yeah, this card does talk about business partnerships and love partnerships. But, like, this dude's, like, looking out on his empty courtyard. And, yeah, he's a little lonely, you know? I always feel a little sad when I look at him, but he has the world in his fucking hands, man. Once you get your job... Wow, that was quick. Once you get your ducks in a row about work, love will come. Okay? Maybe that's why it's not here right now. Maybe you, like me, needed to focus on, you know, your paper. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Gemini, yeah, I dig it. Cool. Cool. Alright. Let's get into the Wild Archetypes deck, because this old bird's got to go to bed, because I got to work in the morning tomorrow. Yeehaw. So, again, just to recap, please look at your situation from another perspective. Recognize that the universe has recognized your hard work. And fucking people like this, toss them. Do not get drawn into petty arguments, because I feel like that could create conflict for you at work. Because I feel like whoever's doing this is sneaky. So they're going to make it look like it was you who is starting all this drama and bullshit, and it ain't you, okay? You're trying to get away from that shit, okay? A sneaky water sign, too, came out in the meditative session. I forgot to mention that. Oh, Pisces. It just was Five of Swords, King of Cups. Seven of Swords, King of Cups. Seven of Swords, King of Cups. Wow. Well, that was interesting. I usually don't take ones after of the split deck. But, I mean, wow. The offering. This is probably directly about work. The offering. The bridge. I'm going to put the deck together because this deck is so massive that I fucking have to sometimes start it to get a good shuffle in two separate piles. Okay. Do you have any other messages of validation, for help, for assistance for my Geminis, please? Well, for January 2020, ew, dude, that solar eclipse might be pretty intense energy for some of y'all. I mean, the full moon was on my birthday in November, and that was like some shit that I haven't experienced in a long time. And I guess we're about to be stacked up against some pretty heavy astrological lineups. I keep hearing about Saturn and Pluto, and like how historically like shit just goes to fucking hell when they're in conjunction or whatnot. Okay, the fault line. I'm gonna say that might be current energy. The offering is now too, and the bridge might be the future. I don't know, but we'll get into it, won't we, Gemini? I feel so nervous when I talk fast sometimes, because I feel like I'm not, as easily understood. But it just, I'm so excited when I, am putting these pieces together for you guys, and like, it comes so fast, I literally have to try to keep up with it sometimes. We're going to start with the offering, because I really feel like that's the meat and potatoes of this, you know what I mean? I'm such a nerd. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there's a fault line. I'll keep a little. Okay. 2 hours later. Okay. The offering. The gift, the present, and the sacrifice. I have never read this card, I don't believe. Unlike many other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed it is time for you to be given. It is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. You'll likely feel the attachment and the hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. That's what the Hangman's all about, is sacrifice, and that's what the Seven of Pentacles is about too. It's like that feeling of sacrifice. Even the Three of Pentacles is that feeling of, I put in so much, I'm sacrificing so much. But notice the link between the word sacrifice and sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load, 10 of Wands, and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were able to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, just start small. When it's in the upright, which it was, generosity, donation, and volunteering. When it's in the reverse, giving with expectations and keeping track. I fucking hate that shit. Don't do me a favor if you're like writing it down in your little favor notebook and you're gonna pull it out on me later. Like, that's fucked up. To go deeper with this energy, Odin's sacrifice of his eye in Norse mythology. You might want to check that out. Okay, the bridge. The bridge. This is gonna be it too. Alright, the bridge. This is such a beautiful card too. The connection, the link, and the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds, to create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, and personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. Sacred again. Pay attention to that word for some reason. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life. Relationships, ideologies, histories with people. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. Interesting. When it's in the upright, it is acceptance, magic, and communication. In the reverse, it is lacking boundaries and forcing a connection. Okay? It's interesting. And finally, my lovelies, we have the Gemini, I'm a turd. The fault line. The fizzle, the fissure, the crack, and the weak line. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is already to break open into chaos. Of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. That's that Five of Wands energy, that drama rising, you can feel it, it's thick. It is likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures, things not being said. I just heard. The shakiness, this card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that is afoot. It is much better to prepare yourself for a change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. I dig that for you guys' message, Hermit energy. I know it didn't come out, but use the moon as your guide. Go within. Use that intuitive nature that we all have. Gemini, you guys have it too. Aries, air signs, you guys are all about intellect. Go within so you don't get caught off guard, When it is in the upright, it is redefining reality and breaking open. When it is in the reverse, it is precariousness, pretending, and delusion. Seven of Cups. And to go deeper with this energy, dance to Everything is Broken by Bob Dylan. Alex. Bobby D, dude. Me and my homie Alex. He's a fucking Gemini. We've seen Bob Dylan together, at least 3 times. Sorry, guys. That's a little inside shit. In Japanese, kintsugi, pottery gold, is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. Interesting. Is it possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that had never been mended? Revisit it. It is time to heal. The time to heal is nigh. Definitely can feel that energy too. Because if it was relationship, even, like a coworker relationship, you feel like they wronged you some way. Fucking take the high road, Gemini. Revisit it, forgive them. Even if, go at the situation, this just jumped out. Go at the situation with patience, with grace, and with caution. Okay? Gemini, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. I wish you the best for this opening of 2020, this new decade. We're going to make it ours. A lot of big things, a lot of people talking about the same shit. Oh my god, 30 minutes. I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel so bad when I, ramble on, but I've just been so amped lately and so charged. I feel like I'm back on my shit, dog. I just love reading for you guys so much, and I love that you allow me to. Okay, Gemini, as always, thank you for stopping by. Namaste. Thank you.